We're now looking at linear inequalities. So this says 12 less than 5 times the number is greater than or equal to 6 more than twice the number. Which of the following represents the solution interval for the number in numeric and graphic representation? The hardest part of questions like these, of problems like these, is interpreting all those words into an equation, or an inequality in this case. Okay, so 12 less than 5 times a number, we'll call that number x, since that's what the answer choices are in. 5 times a number, 5x. 12 less than that, minus 12, is greater than or equal to, okay, is greater than or equal to 6 more than twice the number. So twice that same number, so it would be 6x. Oops, sorry. My mistake, misread it. So 6 more than twice the number. Twice the number would be 2x, and 6 more than that plus 6. Okay, so now we have the inequality, which makes it a little bit easier to work. And all we have to do is get the variables on one side. We'll move the variables to the left and get the numbers on the right side. So the best way to do that is subtract 2x from both sides. 2x minus 2x cancels, that's 0. And then you have this 6 over here. And carry this down, greater than or equal to. Nothing happens to the negative 12, so it's minus 12 still. And then 5x minus 2x is 3x. Okay? Now we want to get the numbers to the right side, so to do that, we add 12 to both sides. Okay, so the 3x just carries down. Minus 12 and plus 12 is 0, so those cancel. There's already 0 on the right side, and 6 plus 12 is 18. Don't forget to carry down the inequality. So 3x is greater than or equal to 18. Now to get x by itself, just divide both sides by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1, but you don't have to put it in front of the x, so you have x is greater than or equal to 18 divided by 3 is 6. So x is going to be greater than or equal to 6. Okay, so you can see answer C is the choice here. Now notice that they also have this one here, answer D, less than or equal to. If for some reason you swap this inequality around right here, you would have gotten answer D. But you guys are better than that, and you know how to do these problems. So that's how you do that one. Okay, for this next one, which also came from a recent STAR algebra exam, it's an inequality, but there's also distribution in there. And you don't do the distribution any different than you would for a straight linear equation. Okay? So if we look here on the left side, minus 3 times x, and then minus 3 times 4. So minus 3 times x is minus 3x. Minus 3 times 4 is minus 12. Minus 8x is greater than 21. Well, already you can see that you have like terms here. In other words, they're both a multiplier in front of the same variable, so they are called like terms and on the same side of the equation. So we can combine those. Minus 3x minus 8x is minus 11x. Minus 12 is greater than 21. Okay, now let's get the numbers to the right side, so we add 12 to both sides. Okay, and the minus 11x just carries on, carries down. Minus 12 plus 12, those cancel, is greater than 21 plus 12 is 33. Okay, here's the tricky part. Remember, when you multiply or divide an inequality by a negative number, you have to reverse the inequality. Okay, you have to flip it. In order to get x by itself right here, I have to divide by negative 11. Negative 11 divided by negative 11 is 1, positive 1. That leaves the x by itself, but I divide it by a negative number. Okay, so remember what I just said. If you multiply or divide an inequality by a negative number, you have to flip the inequality. So on the left I have x. Now I have to flip this, is less than 33 divided by negative 11 is negative 3. Okay, so that ends up being your solution. X is less than negative 3. You can see F right there is x is less than negative 3. Okay, if you didn't reverse it, if you kept it as x is greater than negative 3, you notice answer J there is going to catch those people who forget to reverse the inequality. Don't do that. Don't make that mistake. Okay, but that's how you do this kind of problem. Okay, the third problem here is another inequality. Again, this was on a recent STAR Algebra 1 test. It's distribution on both sides, so we can do that. We know how to do that. So 3 times 2x, 6x. 3 times negative 1, negative 3 is less than. You just carry that one down. 2 times 4 is 8. And then 2 times 3x plus 6x. Okay, notice I have a 6x on both sides, a positive 6x on both sides, which means if I subtract 6x from one side, it goes away on the other side. So let's do that. 6x, they go away. Now what my inequality said is minus 3 is less than 8. Is that true? It is true, but did we solve for x? Is there a solution set? No. Okay. Well, there is a solution set. It means no matter what I put in for x, it's always going to be, they're always going to cancel. So negative 3 is always going to be less than 8. If I put in 10 for x, it's 60 minus 3 is less than 8 plus 60. Okay, so 57 is less than 68. That's always true. Okay, so no matter what I put in for x, I put in the same value on both sides. I can put in any number. So the answer here is kind of a trick question. X is an element of all real numbers. That means is an element of. So x is an element. When you see a fancy script R like that, that means all real numbers. Okay, so that's how you do that one.